Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be touring my workshop and also going over some of the expenses for starting my small creative business. Hopefully, if you guys clicked on this video, you're interested in that. If you are looking for a successful startup that has already done this and is kind of looking back in time, that is not what this video is. I have not sold any product yet. This is my in real time building my business up, so you can kind of see the things that I'm going through and learning, and hopefully that's useful to you. So first things first, I'm going to show you guys the carriage house that I will be working out of and kind of the setup I have in there right now, which isn't much, and then I'll be going over the Amazon orders that I've placed to get the rest of my tools, and then the expenses that I have made, essentially those purchases, and how much that total adds up to in its current state, and then the things that I also still need to buy. So hopefully this won't be too long-winded, but before we jump to the carriage house, let me just tell you guys what my small business is, if you guys aren't familiar. So the small business that I am making is going to be a hand-carved keychain, jewelry, bead making company. My dad did something very similar. I'll have some of his carvings here. They were also in my intro video if you're interested in checking that out. But these are some of the things that he's made, and I am going to be making similar things, but with a different creative style, just because we're different people. So if you're into making crafts and selling them for money, that is what this kind of series in my channel is going to be. So if you're watching this video around the time that it's come out, this is the only one here, and so you'll be learning alongside me, but I hope to document all of this for you guys. So let's now jump over to the workshop. All right, so we're headed out now. I decided to record myself walking, I guess, but I'm gonna flip the camera around once we're out there, so gotta get a little more of my face before that. Here's the dog for your guys' enjoyment. Say, hey buddy. Buddy. All right, so here's the carriage house. There's actually a lot of different, essentially, workspaces that I could use. We have these double doors. There's actually a decent amount of space in here. This should have been my work area, but these doors are so bad that it's really not worth it. So, but this is the one that has the most outlets in it. This is where the gym used to be, then I moved it to the shed, and then I moved it to the basement. We got this little area right here, which OJ is coming. He's one of the cats, but he really likes it in here, so I gotta close the door because he will run up these stairs, and it's kind of a pain in the ass to get him back down. But this was also a decent workbench area just because there's already a workbench in here, but the floor is awful. All right, so let's head upstairs. These stairs are a little janky, but they've supported my weight a decent amount. I won't go all the way up. So there is this upper level to it, which is cool. And then right here, just a lot of old stuff. This isn't ours. Yeah, you can see the Bush 92 signs on here, but yeah, previous owners. You'll see the area that I settled on for the workshop. I already set this up, so we will head in there. So we have the workbench area set up. This is just like a folding table that I got. There's some old furniture in here that my mom wants to finish, but other than that, this is the area. So the downsides are we only have the one outlet, which comes off this light bulb. So that does suck. Downside too is it is cold out here. This whole wall is actually a door. There's bricks right here to stop it from sliding. So this is where I was working. I didn't really do much. I was just testing out the tools, but we got the Dremel with the flex shaft. I call it the pen tool. That's what I'll probably call it in all these videos because it's like a pen. I don't actually have all the tools I need to make the things I want to make, but it was pretty fun just messing around with it, making words, drawing, carvings and stuff like that. Was super easy. So everything is ordered though. I spent about $500 to get all the stuff delivered on the way. So that's what we're waiting on now, and I'll be carving pretty soon here in no time. So that was a tour of the carriage house. Hopefully you guys liked that. I know I didn't go super in depth into everything. It's very cold out there, so maybe down the line you'll see more of that. But yeah, now the plan is to get all my tools and stuff in. Everything is ordered and on the way. So within the next week or two here, I should have all of these tools ready to go. And I should be able to actually start making the things that I want to make. If you haven't seen my intro video, I think it was, I also started journaling. Followed this guy. I will add a link to his video. Goes over how he journals, and I think it's really cool. So I started journaling just to get my thoughts down on paper, but I'm tracking my business expenses as well. So let's jump into that. You should check that out. It has my dad's carvings in it for a couple seconds. You can see what he made. So you can see kind of what I'm going for. I ordered a lot of acrylic, so I'm gonna be carving acrylic first. I really like the way acrylic looks, and I think that that will help motivate me to keep carving. So that's the plan right now. Ordered a whole bunch of stuff. I'll probably jump to that, me going over everything that I ordered so that you guys know what went into this. All right, so first things first, on January 3rd, that's when I bought the Dremel attachments. So the flex shaft, which is the pen tool, the keyless chuck, which is how you attach your bits to the end of it. And then I got some fine tip bits, just really small, in order to get that really light detail. And all of that after tax was $63.55. On January 8th, that was yesterday. This was a huge order, so this is the big one. I got a plier set, so that had needle nose, diagonal cutters, and one other thing that I can't remember right now. I got two things of 18 gauge wire, one that's gold, one that's silver. I got a looper tool, so essentially what that does is you put the wire through it, and when you crimp it down like you would any set of pliers, it creates a perfect loop, and so that's really nice for making keychains and things like that, right? I got sanding pads. These are really important for acrylic especially, but for carving anything, to get that fine polish. So I have normal sandpaper as well, but these sanding pads, they get to really fine grit, where if you were to rub your finger over them, like, you don't feel the bumps like you would normal sandpaper. They're really, really fine sanding pads. So I got those. Safety glasses and a dust mask. When I was practicing carving yesterday, I learned that safety glasses are important. Those little flakes will fly into your eyes. And then a dust mask for carving acrylic. You don't want to be breathing that in. Especially carving anything, you don't want to be breathing it in, but especially acrylics and metals, you don't want those going in your lungs. Okay, on to the big pieces of this order, the drill press and the bandsaw. Those are both going to allow me to do more specific things. Bandsaw, super important for actually cutting out a piece of material that I can carve, and then the drill press for punching a hole through it for whatever I might need that for. Okay, then I also got some key rings. These are in gold and silver, so they would attach to the wire that I loop. A drill press vise. What this allows you to do is take your little piece of acrylic and clamp it so that you're not holding it, and it's super stable, and then drill press, right? I also got the 12 acrylic blanks. So all in all, we have $447.37 for all of the tools and materials and stuff, not including the blanks. The blanks were $48 on the dot. And I got those from Exotic Blanks, if you were curious. Today, I also made another order. which was compressed air. When I was carving, I was realizing I had to keep blowing on the thing that I was carving to get the shavings out of the holes. But I'm gonna imagine compressed air is going to be very useful. I also got some rags, mineral oil, and boiled linseed oil, and those are just finishes for acrylic and wood. And then I got a box cutter just to cut those rags up. My dad, who's the one who told me about all this, said that you should use small rags because it dries hard. So once you use the mineral oil or the boiled linseed oil on the rag, it's pretty much ruined, right? So you don't want to use a whole rag and destroy it, right? You want to cut off a piece, and because I mean the things I'll be carving aren't going to be very big, so that'll be more than enough. Anyway, after tax, that was $72 on the dot, and I didn't add up the grand totals in here, so I will do that and let you know the grand totals for starting all of this. All right, so I just added it up, and this is a grand total of $630.92. So that is how much money I'm putting directly into the business. And to be honest, that's still not everything I need. I'm still going to need to get things to actually pack my orders. So that'll include little plastic bags, maybe some business cards, and the actual bags that I'm going to ship them in, as well as printing labels and things like that. So those aren't all of my expenses, but I figured if you guys are trying to start out a small creative business like this, you can kind of learn alongside me, because I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm pretty much going in blind. So yeah, there's still a lot of things to buy, and we'll get to that when we get to that. But I'm excited for where this is all going, and I hope that you guys are too. So thank you guys for watching. If this is the first video you've seen of me, welcome. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.